So, what is good, guys? For the longest time, people have been asking me to start a podcast, and I've always been hesitant to it because, to me, I personally am a huge music person, and I'm a huge short content kind of person. So I never really got into longer forms of content, as far as podcast or as far as making YouTube channels with super long videos. Most of you guys know my stuff, and if you go on my channel, most of my videos are like 1 minute long or 3 minutes long, very short. But recently, I've definitely felt like God has been giving me just more like ideas of like longer stuff that needs to be talked about over a longer period of time, and just you just can't say it in a 1 minute video. And so I kind of want to create this YouTube channel as a separation from my stuff on the Montell channel, because I want that to be, kind of strictly art and just strictly like this is just artistic expression. I'll explain, I don't really explain it much. I just give it how I get it. And then that's just what it is. Not in a bad way, but just in a, it's hard to try to explain what I felt was going through my heart when I was creating the song in 1 minute, and like it's just whole thing. So I wanted to create this podcast called Unconcerned Thoughts, which is basically just like my thoughts on things and a way for me to not worry about the world that's going on, but to process them. And hopefully you guys will process things with me as we go. So I'm excited. I don't know where this journey is going to go, but this is the first video where I'm talking about one of my favorite artists, as most of you guys know, Kanye West. And last week he was in South Carolina, I believe, having a rally, first presidential candidacy, who knows. But he was in South Carolina having his first rally, and at the rallies, like the presidents or the candidates go there to, talk about their vision, talk about things that they believe in. And, of course, Kanye West, he goes there and he says something very controversial. Most people know this on Twitter, knew it the minute it happened. But Kanye West said something along the lines of Harriet Tubman did not free the slaves. She just pushed them to work for other white people. And it was a very controversial thing, a very emotional thing. I think mainly because people heard Kanye's words, and to me, and what I think to many others, it sounds like Kanye discredited Harriet Tubman and the work that she did. And if you've seen the movie Harriet, which I thought was a great movie, you see that this was a person who actually did risk her life for what she did. And it sounded like Kanye just discredited her, which I think he did to his him not knowing it. But at the same time, I think people also, since Kanye has said so much crazy stuff and so much just dealings with Donald Trump, the president, people tied all that in together. And at the same time, Kanye is like that one uncle in your family at the cookout who just says the craziest stuff, and you still have to accept him and love him because he's just your family, kind of. So it's a funny relationship that I think Kanye has with the rest of the world. But what Kanye said was, I think, it was very striking, not unlike anything that he has done, but especially just the timing and everything like that. Now, at the same time, Kanye is known to, when he's about to release an album, have some crazy antics to get publicity about the upcoming project, and I was hoping that he wouldn't do that with this one. 1 second, I think I'm getting food. Okay, so terribly sorry. I just had to get my Chipotle from DoorDash. Anyways, like I was saying, Kanye usually, when he wants to release an album, he does some crazy stuff, and it's not like I don't believe in some of the stuff Kanye says. I definitely think he has some valid points to what he says. Like even in the Harriet Tubman thing, I don't think Harriet Tubman could have did anything besides having them work for other white people because black people didn't have businesses yet. You know, it was the North, and it was everything, at least from what the movie, everything was still unestablished as far as for black people. And I understand that we went from a physical slavery to a mental slavery, to where black people are focused so much on, and just all of us focused on this mental slavery and not having anything for ourselves, and not being able to own anything, and not becoming our own people with our own culture. So I definitely agree in a lot of stuff that Kanye's saying, and I think even that took him to a place where people also associate Kanye with mental illness. And following the things that happened in South Carolina, he went on Twitter and went on a rant talking about Kim, talking about Chris, which is Kim's mother, talking about North, and a lot of things. I mean, if you guys don't know about it, you should definitely check it out. But Kanye West definitely is he's an interesting character, and a lot of people were associating some of the stuff he was saying in the rally with his mental disability, which is bipolar disorder. And it's just a whole thing that Kanye was doing, and I think mental health is something to be taken seriously. And I think there's one half of Twitter that's ready to be done with Kanye, but then there's also another side of Twitter that's just like, no, we have to look out for this person. This is a human being. He's just showing his scars on national live, right in front of us. And me personally, I think I err more on the side of, this is a human being. He's just going through things. Not to say I should accept or believe in everything that he does, because I completely don't. But at the same time, I know that this man is he's a man, just like all of us. And so where it just leaves me, I think, with all of this is that Kanye is growing, and Kanye is in need of help. And ever since I think he started the Sunday services and became a Christian, I think we have seen radical change in the things that he's believed and the things that he's perceived about the world, as far as his own skin color, as far as the way he perceives art, the way he perceives women, the way he perceives all these things. And I think these things have been beneficial in his life and to his life. So I think it's still a work in progress, but something beautiful to be seen. And supposedly he's supposed to be dropping this new album called DONDA. It was supposed to be released today, but it actually wasn't. So we're still waiting on that. This is also another common Kanye tactic, that he starts a video, or he starts a rant or some type of publicity thing, says he's gonna drop an album, then he changes the album name, and then he drops it eventually. So officially, I think it started off as Jesus is King 2 with Dr. Dre, and then it turned into God's Country when he released Washed Us in the Blood, which Washed Us in the Blood I thought was a great single. Since Yeezus used to be one of my favorite albums, just the production on it mainly I thought was just so experimental, was so just like a punch to the face to not caring about what people think and just making what felt right at that moment. I thought that was a cool album for that, to say that. And then Wash Us in the Blood was like that same thing, but with sanctified lyrics and with a small feature from Travis Scott, which I thought was funny because it's only like, he only says like 3 lines. And I think it was funny because it was almost like a, all right, Travis, don't say too much. Like, don't say too much now, because we know Travis Scott's lyrics are sometimes kind of crazy. And with Kanye on this new life path, who knows how that could go. But I don't know. What are you guys thinking about this whole Kanye West situation? And yeah, I really want to get this new channel started. It's called Unconcerned Thoughts. I'm gonna post this video on my main channel and post it on the secondary channel. So if you guys want to go check out the secondary channel, please do subscribe to it. It's called Unconcerned Thoughts. It's my first shot at a podcast, and eventually I'll probably start uploading these everywhere. So thank you guys for watching this video. It's your boy Montell Fish, and see you on the next one. Peace.